All right, Chicago, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our Year 2 season simulation with your Chicago Blackhawks. We're up here at the beginning of December, and in the last video, we managed to get our team back on track. At the start of the last video, I think we were 2-5-1. We got our record back up to 11-11-4, and our roster has completely changed. We brought up Adam Bachvist, our young prospect defenseman, up to the NHL at the beginning of the season. He ended up becoming 81 overall, and then Henry Jokiharju started in the AHL. But when we fully uncovered his scouting potential, or his overall, I should say, he also was 81 overall. So we just got two young defensemen to come into our blue line to help out, and we desperately needed it. And the big part of the last video, Mattias Ekholm, trading for Mattias Ekholm for a young prospect defenseman, Bedwin or Bedin. You guys were telling me I was pronouncing it wrong. Whatever, he's gone, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Mattias Ekholm. And the great thing is, 3 more years, well, 2.5 years this year, and then 2 more years after this. And because I retained salary, he's only making $2.750. That is absolutely perfect. So our blue line, it looks much better, signing or trading for Pesce, signing Myers, and now bringing up Jokiharju and Bachvist, and then trading for Ekholm. I mean, you can just see the changes the Chicago Blackhawks have gone through in the last year, when we still had like Seabrook, we had Joakim Ryan, we had Sebastian Aho. Just a few months in, and boom, I like the way our blue line looks now. So I want to show you guys something quickly about our blue line and the salary cap situation, because everything is looking good. I know we had struggles in the last vid trying to get this entire team under the cap, but the cap's going to go up for next season, and the entire team is basically signed now. If you look at the blue line, Duncan Keith, all right, 4 years left. Ekholm, 3 years left. Pesce, 5 years left. Tyler Myers, 4 years left. And here's the great part. You might be overpaying some of these defensemen. I mean, Duncan Keith's best years are behind him. Ekholm is an absolute steal, and I know you guys are going to have your opinions on Pesce and Myers if they're worth it at 82 overall. For me, they are, because we need defensemen like that. But where we save our money now is Bachvist and Jokiharju, who are both at 3 more years this year and 2 more after this. So the same thing as Ekholm at a minor league deal under $1 million. So Ekholm, Bachvist, and Jokiharju, they're like under $4 million combined for those 3 defensemen. So we can afford to pay a little bit. And then the forwards, I overpaid a few of these guys because we wanted to fill up the team, but if I need to free up cap space, right? Yeah, we have Kane, we have Taves, we have Panarin. Brendan Saad, I like that contract, but 2 years left. If we need to free up cap space at the end of the season, that could be a trading asset. Schmaltz, that's a good deal for our second-line center. Actually, yeah, he's a second-line center now. But Pajot, we don't need to give $3 million to an 80 overall player. Yarncroc, $2 million. If I need to free up some cap space, I can get a young rookie who's like 78, 79, 80 overall. Look at Bachvist and Jokiharju. I can get a young rookie who's on a minor league deal who's close to that overall. McGinn, 1.6. Lepsic, 1.6. So this is where we can free up the cap space. We are paying a lot of our top guns the money. Kane, Taves, Panarin, goaltenders, Sergei Bobrovsky. But now we have the depth to come up from underneath and to fill up those spots. I could use a better third line, like a really good third line center. That would be the next step. But you know what? The team is coming together. Jokiharju and Bachvist just got to turn into top 2 defensemen or a top 4 defenseman. Our blue line will be set, and we can right this ship. Get it on the get us back on a winning championship track. Bowman, after firing Coach Q, you know, are the best days behind the Chicago Blackhawks in real life? I don't know, man. We're going to have to wait and see. But here in this universe, can we get them back to the Stanley Cup Finals? So I've already gone... Oh, you know what? I want to show you guys, just for this video, just for references, I just want to show you guys the individual team stats. Power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5 offense, just so we know if we're playing well or if we're starting to drop off. So goals for per game, we're at 2.81. That's fine. Like it to get a little bit higher, but I'm perfectly fine with 2.81 as long as our goals against is below it, and it is 2.46. So 2.81, 2.46. Remember those numbers. Our penalty kill percentage, 92.2%. That is fantastic, and our power play has been trending in the right direction. So yeah, just try to remember these, and I'll try to remember them. And if we start to drop off, and if any of those stats really start to diminish, we can make some changes. But I think the team is going to simulate pretty well right here. We have that goaltender, we have the blue line. Patty Kane and Panarin have just got to get the offense, and then like our penalty kill at 92% with Jonathan. That's Jonathan Taves and Brendan Saad, right? So we'll see what we can do. We'll go 1 month at a time here and see if the Chicago Blackhawks can get themselves back in playoff contention. I think our division is pretty weak anyways, so all we need to do is get third in the division, and I think the fourth place team is like at 500 or below 500. So let's just get some wins right now while the other teams are vulnerable. Ekholm is in the lineup. He lost the first game in a shootout to the Philadelphia Flyers. Second game we won. Third game we lost to the Winnipeg Jets, the defending Stanley Cup champions. But then we went on a 3-game winning streak, and now we've won 4 of the last 5. 5 of the last 6. Keep it going. 6 of the last 7. Yeah, the blue line, Jokiharju and Ekholm. Bang, bang, just in one day. And we watched them play against the Philadelphia Flyers, but this is the first time we're getting to actually simulate with this new team. And all of a sudden, we go from, 11-4 or 5 to 20-14-5. Yeah, the team is starting to play very well. Ekholm, Jokiharju, and Bachfist. And, look at Patty Kane. This is what we needed, man. He is a goal scorer. Okay. I mentioned this in the last video. What do you guys think about this idea? Remember when we signed Panarin? We wanted to get Panarin to play alongside of Patrick Kane, but DeBrincat is clearly a playmaker. I mean, look at these stats. 8 goals, 30 assists. 30 assists in 39 games played. And who is he setting up? The pure goal scorer, who's got 30 goals and only 16 assists. And then you got the two-way guy who gets some goals, gets some assists, but it's more about getting the puck and giving it to these two guys. So I think DeBrincat is the better line mate for Kane than Artemi Panarin. Now, Panarin's stats may hurt or diminish because he's on the second line, but our team is playing fantastic. If only I could find a way, like, oh man, what do you guys think about like DeBrincat here and then like Panarin? We could try this like in the playoffs or next season just to get all these guys on the first line, but then our second line power play suffers. Remember, we tried Schmaltz, Saad, and Jonathan Taves on the one line, and they suffered. So things are looking good right now. I don't want to touch anything, but what do you guys think about that? Should we get Panarin and Kane some ice time just so that they can really just so Kane can help out Panarin's stats? Or should we just leave DeBrincat in there? Because he is clearly a playmaker, and Patty Kane, I mean, he could have a 60-goal season the way he's playing right now. So 20-14-5, I don't need to look at the individual stats. I want to warn you guys, this video may be a little bit of a shorter one. We're going to get to the trade deadline. If we're clearly a playoff team and I don't need to make any trades, we'll get to the end of the season. If we're in Tweenersville and I'm not confident on the final stretch, we're going to end it right there. We'll call the video after we go through every team and we'll see potential trades. But I just want to warn you guys ahead of time. So Chicago player Reed Boucher has been injured with a strained hammy. His estimated return is January 17th. All right, so that's not too far away. He's not on the PK. He's not on the power play, so I can just go assistant coach, replace player. That's not a big deal. Reed Boucher goes down with an injury. All right, so far this month has been decent. We got a win against Vegas, win against Washington, loss against Minnie, win against Dallas, and Reed Boucher is back. No point in doing any power of video editing. We'll just... we'll all go in here together. So John Hayden went in there for Reed Boucher. Let me get him back in there. The 77 overall sniper that I picked up from the AHL affiliate of the Vancouver Canucks. So Bachfist and Jokiharju still 81 overall. I'm keeping an eye on them. Ekholm was 84, but it was 3-bar scouting. Now that we uncovered the scout, he's only 83, but still, that's fine by me. 83 overall for a guy who's 2.750 and who can do it all. For another 2.5 years? Yeah, that's perfectly fine for me. All right, so we're getting some regulation losses in this month. Getting some wins, though. We're not, like, going on a prolonged losing streak, which is good. Every time I see that regulation loss, we answer back with a big W. Nashville, we answer with Florida. LA, we answer with St. Louis. Minnesota, we answered with Dallas. And now we're on a 4-game winning streak. Yeah, we're getting winning streaks, and we're crushing our losing streaks. This is real good news. So 28-18-5 for your Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, man, Jokiharju and Ekholm and the new changes. I mean, 34 goals now for Kane in 51 games played. He might not get that 60-goal season. He's slowed down a little bit, but we're still winning. And that might mean other players are chipping in. So I'll just quickly take a look at the team stats again. Goals for per game, we were at 2.81, I believe. We're now at 2.76. So we've actually been scoring less goals for but yet been winning more games. That's interesting. I guess our goals against has been trending downwards because that was at 2.48 or 2.4 something. So that's trending downwards. Power play percentage could get better, and our penalty kill percentage 85.3. So power play, we want to maybe link up Kane and what's his name? And Panarin, but then again, I don't want to make any changes right now because I like the way the team is playing. Let's take a look at the player stats and see how many power play points these guys have. All right, so forwards. Patty Kane, 55 points. DeBrincat, 11 goal. Nah, it's not even a 20-goal season. Nah, he's a playmaker, man. He certainly is a playmaker. 34 assists. Jonathan Taveser, 36 points. All right, then Panarin. Yeah, see, Panarin was point per game. He was even he was on pace for like a 30-goal season playing alongside of Patrick Kane. Now DeBrincat has taken that over. But Panarin is helping out Schmaltz. And see what I mean about Brendan Saad? Brendan Saad, if I had to choose Schmaltz or Saad, it would be Schmaltz because he's the center and he's cheaper. Saad, let me see the individual stats down here. Now, we're using Saad as a defensive player. He's on the penalty kill. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's good defensively. 38 takeaways, only 22 giveaways. He might actually be like a two-way forward sniper because he does take a lot of shots. 119 shots. Yeah, he's the second most shots on our team. Usually guys who take shots don't have a lot of giveaways because they're not trying to pass the puck, they're shooting it. So even if, they miss, it doesn't count as a giveaway. All right, so Brendan Saad's a weird one. But I'm not making any changes right now. The power play points. Hang on a second. All right, so power play points, forwards. Patty Kane, DeBrincat, and Taves. Panarin's only got 7. All right, Saad and Schmaltz, 5 and 2. Do I want to mess with that at all? I mean, I could take Taves off and then just throw DeBrincat, Kane, and Panarin up on that first line and just tear it up. But it may end up hurting us in the long run. Bachvis has got 28 points. Oh, yeah, he's tearing. Oh, yeah, Bachvis is great on the power play. Look at that, 13 points. Duncan Keith's only got 2 points on the power play. All right, so Bachvis is an animal on the power play. Duncan Keith, not so much. Ekholm, Tyler Myers. All right, I might try something here. So let's go back to the line changes. See if we can maybe link up Panarin with Kane. We'll take a look at how we're playing after that. And if we start to fall off, I'm going to switch it around. So DeBrincat, because he's the center. What's his face-off for? 72. He's not the greatest. 72, 65. So it's nice having Taser in there because he gets the puck for us. But I'm going to try this out. DeBrincat, all right, and Panarin. So we're just going to load up. Now, Bachfist, yes, but Duncan Keith, no. What we're going to do, Jokiharju, do you have any power play points this year? 6 assists. Do I want to take it? He's got no power play points. So Jokiharju is not needed. So what I can do here, let me think. Taves, Saad. Saad takes shots. Yeah, Duncan Keith, Ekholm. Do I want... Because Keith's not getting too much. I could throw Taves in there, but I got to get some offense here on the second. So, Ekholm, you know what I can do? Duncan, Keith, and Ekholm. There you go. And then the first, Bachfist, Panarin, DeBrincat, Kane, Saad, Taves, Schmaltz. Who else could I throw in there? You throw in there none of the defensemen. I could throw in like Yarncroc, a sniper, Pajot, Walmart. No. Left wingers, Saad, McGinn. Okay, what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to throw in Cal Yarncroc on the second line, or the first line power play on the points. Because what I need to do is I need to get the best offensive defenseman other than Bachfist, because I'm not moving Bachfist down to the second. I need to get Keith and Ekholm going with Schmaltz, Taves, and Saad, because that's pretty weak, right? But the forwards up on the power play, along with Bachfist, Panarin, DeBrincat, Kane, and Bachfist, those are our 4 best offensive players. And then Yarncroc is just that sniper to even it out. And then I'm putting everyone else on that second, because I don't want to split up the power play too much. Kane, yeah, I'm not going to change any of that. So, I've made those changes. Yarncroc has no power play points, I believe. Let me just double check our power play percentage, because after like a month or after a losing streak, if it drops off, I'm going to go back to what we had before. So hang on a second. Power play percentage right now, we are at 18.9%. So let's see if we can raise that. 18.9%. And our individual stats, where is he? Yarncroc with 16 points. He's got 1 power play point, so I'll remember that. So he's already got 1 power play point, and what was it, 19 points? Oh, fuck, I forget the, hang on a second. I forget it. Was it 18.9% or 19.8%? Oh, man. Didn't get too much sleep. My freaking throat hurts from the live stream last night, but I thought I had to get one of these videos out. Hang on a second. Yeah, let me go back in here. Sorry, boys. I want to know 18.9 or 19.8 power play percentage. It is Chicago 18.9. All right, so 18.9, and Yarncroc has 1 point. So let's get one more month in. That should take us basically up to the trade deadline. Hopefully we keep a clean bill of health. I don't need any bad injuries right now, and we'll see what happens. So I'll go. Yeah, we'll pass. You know what? We'll pass the Nashville game. That's fine. All right, so let's simulate here. Let's keep an eye on it, starting from the game in Arizona. Rockford player Matheson, okay, I'll just replace that player. He's not one of our young prospects. A 4-3 loss, but we did score 3 goals for. 4-0 wins. That's 7 goals in the last 2 games. That's pretty good. We're getting above 3 goals for per game. Rockford, assistant coach replaced player. There you go. Up against the Ottawa Senators. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, I didn't even get to try it out. DeBrincat has been injured with a strained hamstring. His estimated return is February 17th. Is that this month? You know, let me just go assistant coach. Yeah, February 17th is right around the corner. Well, do I want to chance this? All right. Multiple players on Rockford are now eligible. Assistant coach replaced player. There you go. DeBrincat. If I lose, no. Stop. 7-1 loss. I don't like. Stop the sim. Oh my God. We lose 3 of 4 with DeBrincat out of the lineup. Simulated day. Is he gonna come back? I should probably wait until he fully returns from injury, so I don't. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna continue. We'll get one more day or one more game played up against the Dallas Stars. That sucks. Now I can't actually focus on the power play because. I think is he still going to be injured for one more day? Because he got injured, the power play might have dropped off anyways right here. We can keep an eye on Cal Yarncroc, but hang on a second. Edit lines. Come on now. There you go, game. Taking it sweet-ass time. Where is he? Panarin, Hayden, DeBrincat. Let's get him in there and see if he is completely healed up. Is the center for us? Yes, he is. Beautiful. All right, so DeBrincat is back in there. Power play, he should still be back in there. Yeah, we had Hayden on the first line center for the power play for those games. Yeah, I should have micromanaged right there, but I think we're in a good spot. We're second in our division. The Colorado Avalanche have turned it around. Yeah, we can't get complacent here. We have to start getting back to the old form before DeBrincat went down with an injury. We suffered 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 right there. Yeah, that's not good enough. Regulation losses as well. So let's get down here. We may have to stop it at the trade deadline. That injury to DeBrincat came at the wrong time. There's a 3-2 loss, so 1, 2, 3. 3 regulation losses in a row. 5 regulation losses of the last 6. 7 of the last 9, I think it is. Oh, man, yeah, we're in a bad month right here. So, yeah, I think we're gonna, I don't want to finish this season right now. Toronto's placing Matt Martin on waivers. No, decline. Because we could still make some trades, and we could also make some line changes. So, was it coincidence that those changes didn't work, or should we go back to the old line changes? Because we've won now 3 of the last 4, 33, 25, and 5. Yeah, that was not a good month. Way too many regulation losses in there. Still second in our division, which is good. 71 points. What about the Pacific? 71 points. Yeah, so we're in a dogfight for the playoffs right now. We have to keep on playing. Oh man, I can't even talk right now. It's not even my throat. It's the top of my mouth for some reason. Oh, I can't even oh, you know what? Never mind. But what was I even talking about? We have to get back to playing like we did 2 months ago. Remember that month of January, I think it was? Yeah, we were tearing it up. But this month of February, extended losing streaks. And not even shootout losses or overtime losses. Friggin' regulation losses. So let's go. Oh, Jesus. I'm just trying to hit something. The game's going all over the place. Let's jump into team stats. See where the power play percentage went. Now remember, DeBrincat went down with an injury. So that's going to suck. But our power play percentage went up 19.4%. Okay, so I don't know why that is. Penalty kill percentage keeps on going down, but our power play actually went up. So perhaps Panarin on that line actually does work. Now Yarncroc, let's see what Yarncroc did. Any power play points for Yarncroc? Now that he was put on that power play, Yarncroc, he got another point. Now I'm not going to judge just yet, but we got to get Panarin. Now Panarin, I think, still had 11 points last time, right? 15 goals. Yeah, he's having a good season. He's got to be the man to get that second line going. Once we get some young players to get up there, we'll find the guy to play alongside of Panarin. We got DeBrincat for Kane. We just got to find that teammate for Panarin now, and we'll have And we'll have 2 power play lines and 2 lines with 2 offensive threats. We go Schmaltz and Taves. We just got to find... I see, this is what I mean about Saad. I'd love Saad as a third liner, but at $6 million, not liking it. Or maybe I should go Saad, DeBrincat, and Kane, Taves, Panarin, and then get rid of Schmaltz for like a playmaker or something. Like we got too many two-way forwards basically. Schmaltz, Taves, and Brendan Saad. We don't need all 3 of them. So here we are at the trade deadline. Yeah, let's take a look at the lines. We'll go through the rest of the league. We're only 25 minutes into this video, I know, boys, but I don't want to simulate to the end, because if I miss the playoffs, I'll feel like crap. I think we need to make some moves here at the trade deadline. Another goal-scoring forward, a playmaker, somebody to beef up that third line. I can move McGinn down, take Leipzig or Walmart completely out of the lineup. Yeah, I think one more forward for our playoff run would help us out in a big way. So has anyone grown? Bachfist is up to an 82 now. Is he a top 4? And he's a legitimate top 4 defenseman. All right, look at those stats that he's put up. 6 goals, 27 assists. Very nice. Jokiharju, 2 goals, 7 assists. Good. Pesci, Ekholm, and Duncan Keith has gone down to an 85 overall. Yeah, his potential is top 6. That's rough. But his penalty minutes, or his plus-minus, is still +4. Yeah, so we're okay there. All right, so let's go back to the player stats. We'll take a look at who's doing what. I want to show you guys everything. Oh my God, can I just... The game is doing this. I swear I'm not clicking anything. I click it once and it pauses, then I hit it again, and then it jumps twice. For God's sakes. Player stats. So I want to give you guys an overview so you can see everything that our players are doing, and then we can make educated decisions on what we should do going forward. So Patrick Kane, already a 40-goal season at the 63 games played mark. Can he get to the 50-goal year? I think he can do it, especially with DeBrincat on his line. 39 assists, my God. Panarin, all right, so he's got 43 points in 63 games played. I guarantee you he'd be up there with Kane, around 60 points if he was playing alongside of him, but then DeBrincat would be way down there, right? So I like these two together. We just got to find a playmaking or a shooting forward, probably a shooting forward, because look at all the shots that Kane takes compared to Panarin. Somebody we got to find for Panarin. Jonathan Taves is looking good. Schmaltz is looking fine. Pajot, 30 points for Pajot on the third line with no power play or penalty kill time. That is a great season so far for Pajot. Brendan Saad, a -7, 29. Yeah, I mean, Brendan Saad is a good two-way player. Take a look at his stats. 84 overall. I'm just not liking what he's doing for our team. I would use him defensively, but take a look at these individual stats. Hang on a second. 13 goals, 16 assists, -7. He takes penalties. You can trust him defensively. I love those defensive numbers. But realistically, he's if we got rid of Schmaltz, then he could be the two-way forward on the second line. Taves could be the first one, or even Taves could be on the second line. But Schmaltz has a much better contract than Brendan Saad. So what do you do here? What do you do? Hang on one second. I got to blow my nose. All right, so where were we? Brendan Saad. Right, we just talked about Brendan Saad being defensive, but we need another offensive player. Yarncroc, all right, all those guys. Defensively, yep, Adam Bachfist. What a season. 33 points in his rookie year. This guy is tearing it up. Duncan Keith, 23. Ekholm, 15. Pesci, 12. Myers, 10. And Jokiharju, 9. Good. So we're getting some good numbers from our blue line. I can tell you this, at the trade deadline, we do not need to trade for a defenseman. These 6 can get it done for us. And in the net, Sergei Bobrovsky, yeah, I mean, he's having a great season. We got to get some more goals for him, man. It seems like a save percentage of .926, goals against 2.19, but a record of 27 and 23. That's the team letting him down. We're not getting goals at the right times for him. So yeah, we've got Sergei is doing his job. This is why I picked him up. So you have that stud in the net who can just log the numbers that you need. And the season may be rough, but in the long run, hopefully those numbers are enough to get us into those playoffs. But we need to find some more offense. I'm convinced of it. We need to find offense. So let's go to the trade player screen. Go through all the teams, and we'll see what we can get. Now, you guys got to remember, we do not have the salary cap right now to go out and get a big-time player. I can move some things around, but we got to try to find the right player who's on the right deal. Maybe even retain some salary. So a guy like Derek Stepan, 85 overall, that would be great because that playmaker, or is he a playmaker in this? Hang on, let me just make sure. Oh, he's actually a two-way forward. All right, two-way forward. What kind of numbers does he put up? 13. Now, you know what? This is kind of like the same player as a Brendan Saad in this game. Now, that wouldn't work anyways. I thought he was a playmaker. Heinen, hang on, let's see that. From Boston, Heinen, they didn't sign, nope, didn't sign him, so even if I trade for him, it's past December 1st. That's not going to work out. Luke Shen, Rodriguez, no, none of these guys. The real deal, James Neal, 4 years left. Do not need that. Jake Bean, no, that's a young prospect. Chara on Colorado, Soderberg about 4.75, no, and I don't need another two-way or power forward. I need that playmaker. Rudwheel, no. Nosen, let's see, what kind of player is this? Two-way forward, no, a lot of two-way forwards. We got to get that offensive player here. Or we just got to make the right line changes and hope our team can get into the playoffs. Evan Bouchard, no. Tikkanen, no. Oh, I don't think I'm sorting by overall anymore. Hang on a second. There you go. Am I still? There you go. Suzuki. Oh, no. Nick Suzuki. They wouldn't trade him from the Montreal Canadiens. Ryan Ellis, Jay Bouwmeester. No, Troy Brouwer. Already made a trade with the Nashville Predators anyways. Taylor Hall. Yeah, that would be a nice one. Taylor Hall, but there's no way we're signing Taylor Hall, and there's no way we can trade for that. I mean, look at that trade value. It is all the way up there. So Taylor Hall might be going to free agency this offseason, boys. The New Jersey Devils have not given him an extension, and they're actually willing to see what they can get because they think he's going to walk. Brock Nelson, all right, no. McQuaid, Shattenkirk, Kreider, power forward, 4.6, no. Bodker, no. Joe Thornton, Jumbo Joe Thornton. All right, that's an interesting one. And same thing with Nemistankenov. All right, so two playmakers right there. I'll come back to Ottawa. Let me just go through the rest of the teams here. Frost, all right. San Jose, Vlasic. The only thing about Thornton is he's old, so you're trading for him, and it's a pure rental. I'd like to get a guy like, best case scenario, like a guy like Ekholm. Still got a few years left, late 20s, early 30s. You can use him for 3 years because we're on the Kane and Taves winning window, if you will. Sam Gagne, Anisimov, Louis Eriksson, 3 years left at $6 million, no. Merrill Holden, Alexander, no, that's not Radulov. That's another Radulov. No. Jacob Trouba, no. All right, so the Ottawa Senators have the best assets available for the cheapest price. Obviously, we could go out and just try to trade for a player that has a white name. But considering that Ottawa wants to give these guys up, the trade value is not that much, and they probably want draft picks. We might be able to get this to go through. And it's only 1 year left, so we could easily get them to retain half the salary there. Now, I'll show you guys the two players here. Nemistankenov, all right. What kind of player? Playmaker. Have to dive into his individual stats here and also his advanced analytics. We need a guy who can play alongside of Artemi Panarin, all right? So Panarin is he's not a pure sniper. He is a little bit of a playmaker, so you need somebody who also takes shots. Now, it doesn't look like Nemistankenov. Well, actually, how many minutes on ice or time on ice does he have this year? Only 15.4. All right, so he's a playmaker. He'll get some goals for you. All right, not bad. Let me take a look at the takeaways and giveaways. Takeaways to giveaways. So he's certainly a playmaker. See that? You can trust him. He's not throwing the hits. He's not blocking shots. He is trying to make things happen, but he is good defensively as well. He's just taking more chances than like a Brendan Saad or like a Jonathan Taves. So Vladislav Nemistankenov, 83 overall, left wing. You could put him alongside of Artemi Panarin, or you got Jumbo Joe Thornton with that beautiful beard. Yes, he is 40 years of age, 84 overall though. Is he legitimate 84 overall? Hang on, I forgot about that. The scouting. No, the scouting's only 3 bar. All right, so 4 bar for Nemistankenov, only 3 bar for Joe Thornton. All right, so don't worry about those individual stats. Let's take a look at what he's been able to put up this season. All right, so 63 games played. Let me go all the way back here first. 63 games played. See what I mean? He's clearly a playmaker. Clearly. 105 shots and 16 minutes time on ice. So Nemistankenov shoots the puck more than Jumbo Joe Thornton. Doesn't take too many penalty minutes. Yeah, you'd put him alongside of Panarin. It would look great, but you're only getting him for 1 year. That's the problem, right? He might be able to come back for another season, but he can be trusted defensively a lot better than Nemistankenov. So what do you do here? Jumbo Jumbo Joe or Nemastantonov. Now, if I was going to trade for this, let's see what we could do. You'd obviously want to trade away a forward, and you'd have to trade away a roster forward to free up some cap space. So Kane, no. Panarin, no. Taves, no. DeBrincat, no. Saad, no. Schmaltz, no. You want to hold on to those guys. Pajot is actually having a great season as our third-line center. I don't want to trade away him. Yarncroc is doing fine. McGinn, I don't want to trade those guys. I feel like they're the depth we need. We need to trade away like a Hayden, a Walmart, a Leipzig. So I think it would be Leipzig going because 1.6 million. So let me just throw him in there. All right. So I'm obviously not going to get both of them. How old is Nemastantonov? He's got 1 year left. He's only 27. Yeah, that works because you get him and then you can sign him. And if you can't sign him, whatever, he'll go to free agency. But at least you had the chance to sign him up front. And if he wants to sign with your team, you can get him for a real good deal. Joe Thornton, you want to sign him fine, but he's old. So he's Gonzo Alonso in a year or two anyways. He may even retire. So let's just take Jumbo Joe Thornton off there, and let's see. Would that go through? So if I took that, and then I told them to retain half the salary, let me just see here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, $2 million. We would be under the cap. Yeah, we're fine right there. I hope. I could also take off an injury player, well, like Hayden or Kampf, and bring up a guy who's only at like 0.6 on a two-way. So, yeah, this does work out, and that gives us more offense, and that pushes Brendan Saad or Schmaltz down to the third line, all right? McGinn down to the fourth line, and it just gives us that depth that we need. Now, obviously, that wouldn't go through. To make this sucker go through, let's see, goaltenders matching. I'm not trading Watt. I'm going to hold on to him. Let's see. Bachfist, Panarin, Jackson Kostopoulos. I'm holding on to Jackson. DeBrincat, Yokoharju. No. Pesci, Myers, Dahlstrom. No. All right. So there's not really anyone that I could trade that they'd want. But draft picks, yeah, they do. I'd be willing to part with a second and a third for this, for sure. I could do that. All right, because it's a good player. It's a young player, 27 years of age. And even after parting with a second and a third, we still have a first, we still have another second, and we still have 3 thirds. So that's 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. You could easily pick up some medium elite or low elite players there if our scouts do their job. So I think that would go through. I'm not going to try it. I want you guys to chime in. Or we could do the Jumbo Joe Thornton thing. Maybe he's got less trade value and it would go through a lot easier. Maybe we wouldn't have to retain so much. So we would basically replace Leipzig on our roster with Nemastantonov, and that would give us, hang on a second, let me just exit the trading. I want to give you guys like a visual on what our roster would look like if I went through with that trade. Hang on a second, edit lines. All right, we go back here, and we could try out a bunch of things. Now, let me look at Brendan Saad here. Brendan Saad, 65 for faceoffs, so he's not taking faceoffs. I got to leave Schmaltz in there. So what we could do is something like this. So Saad is a left winger, right? Saad could go down there. McGinn could go in Leipzig spot. So you got Pajot's having a great season, right? Saad is going to make that third line very good defensively, and you got the playmaker and sniper. McGinn replaces Leipzig on the fourth line, better two-way forward with Walmart and Boucher, and then you got Nemastantonov in there with the sniper Panarin and the two-way forward Schmaltz. So you got a playmaker, two-way forward, and sniper, and they're both Russians. You got 2 raging Russians on that line, and then you got DeBrincat and Kane. So DeBrincat and Kane, the 2 offensive guys, Panarin, Nemastantonov, the 2 offensive guys, and then Taves and Schmaltz, the 2 two-way forwards, and then it might be Brendan Saad traded at the end of the year to free up that $6 million. All right, because I'd rather go with Nemastantonov than Brendan Saad. Well, we'll have to see how he plays on this team, but we need another player there. And what that also does is our special teams, I can put Panarin back to the second line power play. Taves, no, not Taves, sorry, hang on a second. Yeah, it was Taves. There you go. DeBrincat and Kane. Yarncroc can come off there. Duncan Keith can go in, and then you can go Panarin. Saad could play the point because he can be trusted defensively. All right, Keith could go up there. It could be Panarin, Schmaltz, and Nemastantonov, Saad, and Ekholm. So there's a lot of different things that we could do here. So I'm not going to the lines I know are all messed up. I'll come back there and edit them later. What do you guys think about that? I like Nemastantonov over Joe Thornton. I gotta say, because of the age. 27. They're the same kind of players, same kind of trade value, and in a perfect world, we'll get Nemastantonov signed for next season, and that improves our offense, our defense is already good, our goaltending is good, and we've just got to simulate the rest of the year. What do you guys think about that? All right, let me know anything and everything. And to close out the video, we'll take a look at my draft class, just to give you guys a an indication of the kind of players we can get in the second and third round. So Scarlet, we have a medium elite or medium franchise right-wing sniper this year. My God, that's ahead of Alexis Lafreniere. So there's a lot. The 1-2 is amazing this season. But if we go down the list, right? So here we go. This guy, Sven Johnson, might be medium elite. We still got to uncover more. But, 20th. Davidson, 23rd. All right, so yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anyone just yet, but it's not the end of the year. They're still scouting them. What about low elites? Yeah, there you go. Low elite 27, low elite 31. So we'll just pick up these players, right? The trading the draft picks is not a big deal, and we already have some nice young players up and coming. Jackson Kostopoulos, Kurt Adams, our 2 defensemen that we already have. So yeah, I think Nemes Stantonov would be a good trade, but I have to put it to the fans of Chicago. What do you guys think? Should we go ahead with that trade? Leipzig, a second and a third for Nemes Stantonov, or should we just go ahead into the playoffs with the team that we have and just use all those draft picks to bring in more young talent and see what the playoffs hold with this team? Currently, we have how many points? 71 points. Yeah, we're in the playoffs, but we can't dilly-dally. Oh, actually, St. Louis has played 3 more games than us. Yeah, all right, we have a lead, but still, we could easily lose that lead with a losing streak. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.